Musk is a savvy businessman who understands the benefits of collaboration. His company's newest Starlink collaboration with Google certainly has the potential to transform everything. Curious to know how this collaboration came about? How will this partnership between the two biggest companies in the world impact the world? Welcome to Future, your daily dose of tech content. Today, we'll discuss how Musk's partnership with Google will change everything. Before getting into the list, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. When you imagine billionaire businessman Elon Musk, you probably think of his electric vehicle company Tesla, his space exploration company SpaceX, or his Saturday Night Live hosting gig. Or perhaps you just know him as being the world's wealthiest individual, and Time magazine named Elon Musk Person of the Year 2021. But here's his latest venture, Starlink. With Starlink, Elon hopes to offer internet connections to practically anybody on Earth through an expanding network of private satellites floating above. This company is maybe lesser known than his other ventures, however, definitely not one to forget. So what exactly is Starlink? Starlink is the name of SpaceX's developing network or constellation of orbiting satellites, and it is essentially a division inside SpaceX. The prototype satellites were sent into orbit in 2018, after the network's construction started in 2015. With the goal of Starlink providing high-speed, low-latency broadband internet across the globe, this is especially ideal for rural or remote communities. SpaceX has launched over 1,000 Starlink satellites into space in the last few years, including dozens of successful deployments. SpaceX sent 60 satellites into orbit from Kennedy Space Center alone in January for the first Starlink mission of 2021, utilizing the Falcon 9 orbital spaceflight. Following launches sent 51 satellites into orbit on September 13th, and the constellation now has 1,791 satellites. It appears that some of those satellite systems are models or non-operational units that aren't operating elements of the network. How does satellite internet work? SpaceX launches satellites into space, which further connect with ground stations. The satellite then uses radio waves to transmit signals to the users. For worldwide internet access, SpaceX will launch a constellation of satellites worldwide. Because radio waves travel at the speed of light, satellite internet can be way faster than fiber optic connections. SpaceX is bringing its own satellites closer to the ground than traditional broadband satellite providers. Starlink shared that, using advanced satellites in a low orbit, Starlink enables video calls, online gaming, streaming, and other high data rate activities that historically have not been possible with satellite internet. Users can expect to see download speeds between 100 and 200 megabytes per second and latency as low as 20 milliseconds in most locations. Even though it is still in beta, Starlink has garnered many customers, with much more than 100,000 registrations, clearly demonstrating the service's enormous popularity. The users hail from 14 different nations. When Starlink has global coverage, the number of users will skyrocket. Musk said that global coverage would be available later this year, and he said that the beta would finish in October. But according to Brett Johnson, SpaceX's chief financial officer, the company is already generating 5,000 dishes every week. This corresponds to an annual capacity of 250,000 people. Starlink services have been pre-ordered or deposited by more than 500,000 individuals. So how much does Starlink set you back? Customers interested in taking part in Starlink's Better Than Nothing beta program may now place pre-orders. The service costs $99 per month plus taxes and fees, as well as a $499 advance purchase for the attachable satellite dish and router you'll have to set up at home. Customers' purchases are being taken on a first-come, first-served basis, and some pre-orders might take up to 6 months to complete, according to Starlink. Although $99 a month for an internet connection is a lot of money, especially for one that isn't quite as speedy as a fiber connection, Musk believes it will be worth it for those who have never had access to a reliable, fast connection. Starlink has no plans to expand speed or price levels, according to SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell, who recently spoke at a satellite technology forum. This is to maintain the service's pricing as straightforward as possible. Shotwell also predicted that the $499 upfront cost of the receiver dish would decrease in the future years as SpaceX reshapes its dish design to reduce manufacturing costs. The new version of the dish, which the FCC approved in November, is smaller and less costly to construct than the old one, but users will still have to pay a $499 upfront charge to use it. What impact will this partnership have? Others in the industry, such as Amazon, should be wary since SpaceX takes no spares and would wipe them out. Musk is hesitant to make collaborations despite having a promising company. He's partnering with Google, whose cloud division will provide computer and networking capabilities to assist Starlink in delivering internet services through satellites. Cloud services are needed by organizations with large footprints like government agencies, firms with network edge presences, or those functioning in distant places. SpaceX will deploy ground stations within Google's data centers to connect with Starlink satellites as part of the contract. This collaboration will give business customers ultra-fast internet access. The partnership's results might be seen as early as this year, especially when Musk said Starlink would be taken out of beta. This transaction is significant despite Google's scale, since it provides a competitive advantage. Microsoft, the software giant, and Amazon, the online retail king, compete in the cloud computing sector. Because its advertising market is no longer expanding regularly, Google has to diversify as soon as possible. The cloud is a method for Google to increase income and continue to expand. As a result, acquiring a customer like SpaceX is a significant achievement for Google. After all, its cloud computing services would be offered to customers at rapid speed. New Albany, Ohio was the first Google data center to house a Starlink base station, followed by additional data centers around the US. However, most of Google's data centers across the globe would eventually be linked. Google and SpaceX have a long history together. In 2015, Google spent $900 million on SpaceX, which was created to encompass a wide range of technologies, including satellite manufacturing. As a result, it's only logical that the two firms collaborate. The agreement is advantageous to all parties concerned. Through a safe and fast internet network, Google will be able to reach a more significant number of clients with its cloud services. It will go against Amazon, integrating its Project Kuiper satellite internet services with its dominant cloud business. Starlink will be accessible even in distant regions, and this implies that Google can make its cloud available to anybody in the world. SpaceX will get a presence in the business sector. Every corporate market that Google adds to its package instantly becomes a SpaceX client. It's a win-win. The corporation has put a lot of emphasis on household or residential access. However, this partnership with Google will significantly expand SpaceX's reach. The customer receives a streamlined package that eliminates the need for two separate contracts, and more crucially, allows them to use Google Cloud from anywhere. This means that even research stations in remote locations, such as the North Pole or the desert, can store and retrieve data via a high-speed link. They may also use Google Cloud infrastructure instead of a local machine to execute their apps. What's more, AI, machine learning, and analytics are all included. Is Starlink reliable, though? Early reports from Fast Business and CNBC suggest that Starlink's initial users are pleased with the service. However, the company cautions that brief periods of no connectivity at all may occur during the beta phase. DownDetector.com, a website that records service failures, reports 4 Starlink interruptions in 2021, one each in January, February, and April, with the most recent outage on May 6th. In contrast, DownDetector records no extensive outages for HughesNet in 2021, but one for Viasat in February. On Reddit, Starlink subscribers from Arizona to Alberta, Canada reported the disruption in May. But here's the best thing, for the most part, service seemed to be restored within a few hours. We are convinced that this relationship with Google will benefit SpaceX greatly, since it will bring business clients to the SpaceX mix and accelerate its progress towards self-sufficiency. What do you feel about this partnership? Will it be able to meet the high standards we've set for it? Wouldn't it be amazing to have high-speed connectivity everywhere and anywhere? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to never miss a video from us. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.